We have another presentation on YouTube showing the accuracy of the WELCO 770 resistance comparator. In this presentation, I'm going to show how much easier it is to sort resistors using the WELCO 770 than using a digital multimeter. The WELCO 770 has an accuracy of 0.1% plus 1 LSD over most of its range. It is common to see the readout off 1 LSD because of the inherent quadrature error in all numeric digital displays. I have resistor decade boxes connected to the RF and RX terminals to show the accuracy of the instrument from 1 k ohm to 10 k ohms because I'm going to sort 3 k ohm resistors. So again, I have 10 k ohms selected on both decades. If I go to 1 k ohm on the 1K switch, it's going to be 10% over, 20% over, 3K is 30% over, 40% over, 50% over. If I go in the negative direction by putting the 10 k ohm switch to 0 and go to 6 on the 1K, that's going to be 40%, minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, and back to 0. Now I'm going to show how the instrument is most commonly used. Most manufacturers connect a jig to the RX terminals to accommodate the component they're testing. I'm going to use 2 Gray Hill clips for this demo. I'm going to test some 3 k ohm. Get this. I'm going to put the reference decade to 3 k ohms. And I'm going to test some 3 k ohm 5% 1 watt carbon composition resistors. I'm using carbon composition resistors because they vary in resistance much more than carbon film resistors. And I'm using 1 watt because they're easy for me to handle. I'm going to reject all resistors exceeding 5% tolerance. So that's 7.7% over 3K. It's a reject. 6.2% over. 6.5% over. These are all out of tolerance. 6.9% over. 5%. That's right. Within spec. 3, that's within spec. 7.9 is out of spec. 6.3 is out of spec. 4.9 is in spec. 4.1 is in spec. 4.3 is in spec. 9.3 is out. 6.4 is out. 10.5 is out of spec. I'm going to stop here because these are pretty bad. I only have so far 5 within spec. What I'm going to do is take the one that was reading 3%, that one there, because it's going to be easy for me to calculate. 3 k ohms plus 3% is 3.09 k. Let's look at that, verify that against the DMM. And there it is, 3.09 k ohms.